Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on this video today. If y'all are new to the channel, like always, please like and subscribe. We very much appreciate it. But today, we gotta talk about UFC 305 because it just happened this past weekend. Izzy versus DDP was the main event. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First and foremost, can we clap it up? Can we clap it up? Honestly, because this was actually a great fight. And up to, what happened at the last moments of the fight, it was a great fight and it was a very close one, honestly. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is probably one of the most entertaining Izzy fights I've seen in a while. I mean, obviously, if you want to look back at the second fight with Alex Pereira, that was a great fight too. But I don't know. It's always been a hit or miss for Izzy every single time he would fight because people would either call him boring or people would say it was a good fight. You know what I mean? But recently, his fights have been a little boring because he wouldn't push up. He wouldn't be the first one to try to strike people, right? Especially in his last fight against Sean Strickland. You know what I mean? He lost his belt recently, right? Because he lost to Sean Strickland, which was crazy surprising. I wouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of people really expected Izzy to lose that fight. But, if y'all didn't see my YouTube video about it, Sean Strickland came with a game plan, and it worked perfectly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Izzy, sometimes it just looks like he doesn't want to be the first one to attack or strike anybody and anything like that, even though he's a great kickboxer. He tries to be more like a counterpuncher sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work. Now, after that Sean Strickland fight, Sean Strickland was the champion, you know what I mean? And then he went against DDP. And honestly, we all thought it was going to be DDP and Izzy first, but it was actually Dracus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. And that's when DDP actually beat Sean Strickland, and he was a new champ. Now, the first fight I actually seen of DDP was against Robert Whittaker, and I was honestly a little surprised because the way he actually finished Robert Whittaker, that's when I knew this guy was legit. You know what I mean? He had power. He's very versatile too. He could wrestle and all that. So I knew this guy was going to be a good fighter. And against the Sean Strickland versus DDP fight, oh, that was another close one. I know a lot of people thought Sean would have won that, but I think DDP did do enough, and I'm going to keep saying that. I know I got a lot of negative comments. I'm not going to lie, but I got a lot of people telling me that Sean Strickland won that fight. But, it was a very close fight. And, hey, rematch? Question mark? I would like to see that rematch, honestly. So, yeah. He won the championship. So, the next fight was going to be, obviously, Izzy versus Dracus. So, this fight had, I guess, heat to it because they both had beef. Because apparently, I don't know the full story, you know what I mean? But apparently, Dracus claims he's from Africa and everything like that, and he's from South Africa. And I guess I don't know. I guess Izzy doesn't like that. Or I did hear something that Drake was saying that Izzy wasn't a true African or something like that. So like I said, I don't really know the whole story, but I know there was some beef there. There was one time after I think DDP won, they let Izzy into the ring or in the octagon, and obviously Izzy was a little drunk, you know what I mean? And he was saying some wild stuff. I was watching. Oh, it was against Robert Whittaker. I remember that. It was against Robert Whittaker where they had Izzy come in to the octagon. He seemed a little drunk, so he was wild, bro. He was talking some wild stuff. But the fight was finally coming up, and there was a little smoke there. I'm not gonna lie, there was a little smoke there. But the beauty behind fighting is that you can talk all this mess, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be in the ring, the octagon, anything like that, and you're gonna have to settle it by fighting. That's what it is, right? So all the answers were gonna be settled in the fight. And like I said, this fight was very, very good. Honestly, it was an even match, honestly. And coming up to what happened, it was too close to call, honestly. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Izzy was winning that fight up to the point where he got submitted. That's what happened. That's the ending of the fight. He got submitted. But before we talk about that, I want to talk about how Izzy finally was the one putting on the pressure this fight. And it looked like he was coming forward a lot more than he has been his last fights. So that's why I think he was winning this fight, because Dracus had that high guard, you know what I mean? So when you have those high guards and you cover up when someone's trying to strike at you, you're very exposed to uppercuts. So Izzy was hitting him with them damn uppercuts. Yeah, Izzy's strike game was really good, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to lie and say that Dracus didn't have, his moments, because he definitely did. This dude was wild, bro. Like, when he lunges at you and just starts swinging, bro, it's kind of tough. All you can really do is just move to the side. But, he comes at you fast, bro, and it's strong. If you get connected by that, it's going to hurt, bro. And I don't know why, man. I had a feeling, bro, because the thing about Izzy, he always has his hands low. And then he always just depends on, being the taller guy. So he always depends on just, leaning back when someone is striking. And I just thought, I was like, bro, is he going to get freaking hit with something? And he's going to get hurt, because there was times where Drakus would miss just a little bit. You know what I mean? He would miss just a little bit. And I'm like, yo, he better watch out, because if he gets hit, bro, he's going to get rocked. Drakus was also doing a good job with his takedowns and everything like that. Whenever his striking wasn't working, he would try to go for a takedown, which he did actually take down Izzy at times. But Izzy's really good at takedown defense, so he was able to get up most of the time. But, well, except for the last time, But, yeah, Drakus was doing good in that part. I totally forgot what round it was that the fight actually ended. I think it was either 3 or 4. I don't really remember, but I just remember that, like I said, I had a feeling Drakus was going to catch Izzy at one point, and let me tell you, he definitely did. He swung, hit Izzy right in the temple, bro, with a right hand. Or was it a left hook? I don't know. I forgot. But he definitely hit Izzy. And Izzy was rocked from that point. You know what I mean? And he went down. And that's when Drakus was like, this is my chance. Boom. Grabbed him. Put him in a choke. And the fight was over. This was the first time Izzy has ever been submitted, which was kind of surprising. I didn't think the fight was going to end like this. But it did. This just shows you how much of a dog Drakus is. You know what I mean? Because at this point in the fight, like I said, I thought Izzy was winning this fight. You know what I mean? And because Izzy was giving him all these different shots, uppercuts to the body, leg kicks and everything like that. So it just looked like he was better on the feet. You know what I mean? But Drakus just kept coming. That dude is an animal, bro. He's gonna keep coming at you. You know what I mean? So he kept doing that. He finally caught Izzy. Izzy was down to the floor and he choked him out. So it just shows the heart that the champion has. But yeah, that's Izzy's second loss in a row. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, and a lot of people have been saying it too. They're saying that this might be the downfall of Israel Adesanya. And I don't know. I don't know if I could say that. Honestly, he's getting older. He's 30. I think he said he was 35. So he's getting to that point where it could be like this is the age of him, slowly starting to digress, right? But I don't know. I mean, yes, two losses in a row. The Sean Strickland fight, he shouldn't have lost that fight. But this fight was very competitive, and he showed that he can still be in there with the best. I don't know, man. I don't know what's next for him, because his whole life he's been fighting for titles and everything like that. And I don't know if his next fight is going to be for the title, because obviously I think the next fight is going to be DDP versus Sean Strickland too. I think that's the fight that a lot of people want to see, because the first fight, like I said, was very competitive. So I think that's the next fight to be made. So what is he going to do? I mean, at the end of the day, it's all up to him. You know what I mean? If he wants to keep fighting, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I like watching Izzy fight. Whenever he's on the front foot and he's fighting, then I think it's very entertaining to watch him. You know what I mean? So if he wants to keep fighting, by all means. But is he getting a title shot anytime soon? Maybe, maybe not. But now Drakus Du Plessis has finally defended his title, and he's looking really good. He's a good champion. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a great fighter, versatile fighter, and everything like that. So let's see what he does next. Like I said, the Sean Strickland fight should be the next fight to be made. Now, who do I think would win that fight? That's very tough. But I gotta go with the champion as of right now. You know what I mean? I think he's shown a lot of people that he has the heart of the champion, and he's a great fighter. I mean, look at these people he's been beating: Robert Whittaker, Sean Strickland, and then now Izzy. So this guy's resume is looking pretty good. He's got to keep going. Now, I seen something recently that DDP said, I want to fight Alex Pereira next. And Alex Pereira was like, yo, let's fight. I'll go back down to 185 to fight you. But then DDP said, no, I'll fight you in your weight class. I'll go up in weight, and I'll fight you for your belt. Which I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, that's very interesting. These two guys want to be double champs. So, yeah, it'd be very interesting to see them fight. But I'm not going to lie. If DDP is the one going up in weight, I gotta go with Alex Pereira winning that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fight for a little bit. Like I said, it was very entertaining, very close up to that point of what happened with this submission. But yeah, like I said, Izzy, whatever he does, I'm gonna keep watching. You know what I mean? DDP, whoever you fight next, I'm gonna be there regardless. I'm gonna watch the fight. You know what I mean? Because he is a great fighter. But yeah, other than that, I really got nothing else to say other than thank y'all so much for watching this video. Thank you for all the support and all of that. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.